All right, find the exact value of sine pi over 12. All right, well, sine pi over 12, we know that just happens to be sine of pi over 6 over 2. And we know that, let's see, pi over 12 is in quadrant 1, like that. So we can do this one pretty quickly. Let's see. Our formula says sine of x over 2 is plus or minus 1. Let's see, for sine, it's minus cosine x over 2. So let's see, we just have to say, what's cosine of pi over 6? Well, cosine of pi over 6 is root 3 over 2. All right, and we said we're in quadrant 1, so that means we know it's going to be positive. So we get positive 1 minus root 3 over 2, whole thing over 2. So let's see, that's 1/2 minus root 3 over 4. If we multiply both of those things by 1/2, and so that's going to be 2 minus root 3 over 4. And I'll show this step here. The top becomes 2 minus root 3. The bottom becomes root 4. And so that's how we get on top root 2 minus root 3. On the bottom we just get 2. And let's double check it. Let's see, I'm going to put myself into radian mode. Although pi over 12 is 15 degrees, I could leave it in degree mode and put that in. But let's don't do that. Sine of pi over 12 gives me 0.2588. There it is. And if I put in this square root of 2 minus square root of 3, close my parentheses both, and then divide by 2, sure enough, I get the same thing for both of these. So that is my exact answer. All right. This next problem, find the exact value of sine, and I changed this one here, sine of 157.5 and cosine of 157.5. All right, first up, 157.5. Let's see, that's in quadrant. Let's see, this is 90, this is 180. So it's in quadrant 2. So that means that the sine is going to be positive. Cosine is going to be negative. So let's see, sine of 157.5 is going to be positive square root of 1. Let's see, sine has the minus. 1 minus cosine of, let's see, what is double that? That's 315. 315 degrees over 2. Cosine of 157.5. I really should put a degree thing there. It's going to be negative square root of, let's make that a big square root, 1 plus cosine 315 degrees over 2. Let me slide all this stuff over a bit so that it's all on screen. So we've got that and this. We'll do both of these together. Okay, cosine of 315. I'm going to take the cheap way out, just put in cosine of 315 on my calculator, and I get a weird number. I get a weird number here because I'm still in radian mode. So let me switch back to degrees. Now when I do cosine of 315, I get something familiar. That right there is the square root 2 over 2, and it's positive. So cosine of 315 is root 2 over 2. All right, so I'm just going to plug into both of these at the same time. The sine is going to be the square root of 1 plus root 2 over 2. Oh wait, no, it's minus. And for the cosine, we get negative 1 plus root 2 over 2. Let me write this a little more legibly. 1 plus root 2 over 2 over 2. All right, so let's see the sine. This gives me, if I move that 2 up top, it gives me 1/2 minus root 2 over 4, which is 2 minus root 2 over 4. So I can bring that 4 out front, and it becomes a 1/2 root 2 minus root 2. And over here on the cosine, everything works out the same except for the sign there is different. So I wind up with, let's see, it's still 1/2, or no, it's negative 1/2, 2 plus root 2 inside of there. Notice the two things that are different. This is different because of the difference in the formula. This is different because of the quadrant that we're in. 157 is in quadrant 2, and therefore the sine is positive and the cosine is negative. Let's check this. I'm going to do all 4 of these on one screen. Sine of 157.5 and 1/2 root 2 minus root 2. Yeah, with the sine, we've got confirmation that it's right. And to double check the cosine, let's see, cosine. Negative on the, let's see, insert, put a negative on the front, change a minus to a plus, and sure enough, we get the same thing on cosine there too. So that's how you use these half angle formulas. And that's the end of this video. We'll look at double angle formulas next.